So today I wanted to dive into the Soul King, the Zero Division, and what I think could potentially be the true final villains in Bleach. Now, we still to this date don't know too much about the Soul King. We've seen a glimpse of him before. We know a little bit about the Zero Division, how to get into there, but overall we still don't know a ton about the Zero Division. So for a lot of what I'm going to be saying is definitely you could class it as speculation and just theories regarding stuff that I've seen. But to be honest with you, my theory regarding the Zero Division, I wouldn't be surprised if the Soul King himself will be the final villain in Bleach, and I'm going to tell you why. When Soul Society was getting smashed in, and at this particular point as well, it's getting smashed in, they're having trouble as hell, why didn't the Zero Division show up? Now, I know they said it's your job, our job isn't that, etc., but isn't your job to protect, you know, and be good people overall, just do the right thing? So, already that's just a little suspicious, but you could say, you know, it's tough love. Alright, tough love, cool, whatever. But then, I was just thinking to myself, what about, because Juha and the entire Vandenreich there, Resurrection, while we have some hints at it and we've gotten a little bit more insight into it and how he was resurrected, I honestly wouldn't be surprised if Juha and the entire Vandenreich were resurrected in part by the Soul King to test out Soul Society. When we seen the Soul King, he didn't look too friendly. He didn't look like he's gonna have a cup of tea with you and sit down and have some crumpets and enjoy it. He kind of looked a little bit like butterfly mode Aizen, before the butterfly anyway, with like the eyes and the face and everything like that. So it was making me think already like, yo, this guy, I wouldn't be surprised if he comes out to be evil and he's testing Soul Society and this is his way of testing it. And he's like, yo, Genryusai, I don't care about Genryusai's death. I wouldn't be surprised if he was like, yeah, Genryusai died and he wasn't worthy of my seat to begin with. I am the only Soul King and I'm the only one that should be taking part. I honestly could see it being that way, and to be honest with you, it'd be great and magnificent writing from Kubo. And Kubo been doing some pretty good writing with this war. So I'm guessing that the Soul King, the reason why the Zero Division never helped and they didn't come to help now is because he's like, this is Soul Society's test. And if you really think about it, that's fucked up. Your test is to resurrect people that are going to destroy this kingdom. Just a thought. I mean, it would also explain a couple of things. Like, what about if this entire time, while Aizen did a lot of fucked up shit, Aizen was doing it to benefit Soul Society in the end, or to benefit everything in the end, because he felt as though in order to restore balance of some sort, he has to take out Soul King. Because to this day, we still don't really know what Aizen really wanted. Why the hell did he want to get into the Soul Palace and take out the Soul King? And why did that day, when Urahara was there, did he say, you saw that thing, how can you listen, how can you be? So I honestly wouldn't be surprised if Aizen, whatever he saw, he knows that the Soul King isn't a good person. He knows that the Soul King is bad, maybe he's evil, maybe the Soul King doesn't give a fuck about anything, maybe all of this is a game to him, maybe this is just to add more power to his collection. Because Aizen, while we understand his motives, it was to get to the Soul Palace. Why? Why did he feel as though the Soul King was just that thing? Why did he refer to it as that? Why was he doing all this stuff? And why isn't the Zero Division helping, even though they're supposed to be good people? The Zero Division, I don't see them as bad people. I don't see them as like turning around and saying like, you know, on some FullBringers, 1 minute good, next minute bad. I just think that they're all just following orders. They're following command. Why is it that the Zero Division is so closed down they're not linked with Genryusai and them all these years when they could have been helping out back and forth? Why is it a secret? Why is it this big thing that when they go to the Zero Division, it's just like, woof, that's it. All these secrets, all this mystery, all this mystique. I think that the Zero Division is not necessarily bad, but the Soul King himself is, and this all reviving Juha and them, I think he had a hand in it, and I think he's doing this just to either test Soul Society or say, fuck Soul Society, we're gonna restart everything, because he just doesn't really care. If he really cared, why didn't he go down there to help Genryusai or send the Zero Division? It could be called tough love, or it could be called something else, and it could link back to Aizen's beginning motives to begin with. I also want to talk about the FullBringers and what's going to happen with them as this war approaches, because at this particular point, if you look at the FullBringers that are there, I believe it was Genjo, Tsukishima, and the butler dude. As far as like the butler dude, I don't really know what the hell's gonna happen with him. He could probably die. I don't know what's gonna happen with him. I think in this war, Genjo is gonna get some redemption, and I think that he's going to, we're finally gonna get what was it that really pushed him to do everything that he did, what events led up to it, because in all honesty with Genjo, we got very minimal, and I feel as though that was one thing that we missed out with in the FullBring arc, is that we needed a lot more for this character. I feel as though we needed to see more, and more motives, and more what pushed him to lead to, you know, what he ultimately did. And I think in this war, he could possibly die, but be recognized by Soul Society. You know what? He fucked up, but he's actually not that bad of a person, and possibly be immortalized as, he was a good Shinigami in the end. He was a good substitute Soul Reaper. So I could definitely see that going in that direction as well with that character. Tsukishima, I'm having high hopes because out of the entire FullBring arc, he was the one addition to the story that I really enjoyed, and I felt as though he was crazy, and he could fuck shit up. If he can get people with that sword and fuck their mind up, he can do some big things. So I'm expecting big things with Tsukishima. I don't want to see them die again at this point. I wouldn't mind the Butler guy. Genjo, I think it would add closure if he does something epic and then dies. Tsukishima is like, yo, I wouldn't mind if Tsukishima was became a Soul Reaper or some shit, because Tsukishima, I just enjoy the character. I thought he was pretty awesome. And there you have it, people. That's my speculations regarding the Zero Division with the Soul King, what his motives are, and as well as some speculation for what's to come with the FullBringers that have been, well, seemingly revived. I'm imagining that they're, at this point in that sort of body of like a Soul Reaper where they're, they're not alive, but they're dead. If that makes any sense. I'm imagining that's what it is. And I'd imagine when they go into battle, because they're going to need a power up. They're definitely going to need to be powered up, because if they got their asses kicked by the Shinigamis that easily, the Butler dude, he got one swipe by Kenpachi, Tsukishima, he can trick people. That's the best thing that they got. And then Genjo, he got beasted on by Ichigo, so he ain't going to be able to do much. They definitely need to be powered up. I don't know what it could be. Maybe they'll be extra hollowified. I don't fucking know, but they definitely need to be powered up for this war. Let me know what you guys think, though. First of all, Soul King, do you think he's evil? Do you think that's what Aizen was trying to stop all along? Do you think that he helped a hand in bringing back Juha and the Vandenreich? He was maybe collaborating with him because he was like, this is a test of Soul Society. I want to see who should truly run it down there while I'm up here in my thing, and I don't give a fuck if Genryusai is dead. And also, what do you think about the FullBrings? What are they going to have a part in this particular upcoming war? The war is going on right now. What do you think are they going to be doing? Let me know in the comment section below and your overall thoughts of this. But that's all I have for this one. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Thumbs up if you can't wait for more revelations regarding the Soul King, because the dude ain't looking like he's gonna hold some hands. He looks like an evil motherfucker, and I can't wait to find out more. I'm ForneverWorld, and as always, people, have an awesome day.